Hello everybody, this is my presentation on the IMA Statement of Ethical Professional Practice for Accounting Ethics Seminar at Southern Utah University, and today I'm going to be discussing the case titled He Blew the Whistle and Health Giants Quaked. To begin the story, James Alderson was a local accountant in Whitefish, Montana who accepted an offer as a finance officer at the North Valley Hospital who were clients of his local accounting practice at the time. Soon after Alderson started as finance officer, the top administrator at the time moved on, and the hospital was in search of a management company to lead the hospital. Executives from Quorum came to Whitefish to give a presentation. They described how their purchasing power could save the hospital money on supplies and obtain maximum reimbursements for hospital expenses filed through the government's cost reporting system. 2 months later, when Alderson was preparing the hospital's government cost report, Clyde Eder, a Quorum administrator, stepped in and asked whether they usually prepared two cost reports. Apparently, Quorum was submitting aggressive cost reports to the government, claiming the largest possible number of expenses. In case of an audit, the company also prepared a second set of books that were more conservative for its internal use. The reports also estimated how much could potentially be reversed by an audit, which was kept in reserves and booked as revenue if it wasn't later reversed. Alderson refused the request to prepare two cost reports and told Eder that he never did two tax returns for anyone as an accountant. A few days later on a management trip, Mr. Eder told him that he was being dismissed. Alderson returned home and began looking for another job. Alderson filed a lawsuit against the company and reports with the Department of Justice. A very lengthy and drawn-out investigation took 5 years to successfully prosecute major health corporations. Alderson was sent boxes of documents to review and spent dozens of hours creating spreadsheets for his defense. He even hired a cost report expert to explain the case. After the government tried dismissing the case as too complex, Alderson hired his own lawyer that pushed the case along. After Alderson kept quiet for nearly 6 years, the government finally decided to prosecute the major health corporations. Alderson refuses to speculate about how much money they might share in a settlement. The government's lawsuit uncovered the country's biggest hospital companies who were defrauding the federal healthcare programs after Alderson blew the whistle on the unethical conduct. Next, I'm going to discuss how well Alderson applied the IMA Statement of Ethical Professional Practice in this case. First, in looking at the 4 standards of ethical conduct, Alderson displayed all these proficiently in his case. For example, Alderson displayed a strong level of competence by working diligently on the case, assembling evidence and reviewing reports for his defense. He also maintained confidentiality about the ongoing investigation that took place over a span of 6 years. He also displayed a great deal of integrity and moral courage by refusing Eder's request to record a second set of books for the fraudulent expense reports. And lastly, Alderson increased his credibility by hiring professional help to defend his case and speak with the Department of Justice. Secondly, Alderson also displayed 2 of the overarching principles of the IMA very well. Alderson was honest in his work and was very open with the Department of Justice about what was really happening in the healthcare industry. Alderson also displayed a great deal of responsibility by taking it upon himself to see that the health companies were prosecuted for their fraudulent actions. Lastly, the IMA's guidance on resolving ethical issues states that the member should actively seek to resolve ethical issues and not ignore them. Clearly, Alderson spent a long time and many hours of work to bring justice to what he perceived as unethical in the healthcare industry. His legacy is a testament to how one should resolve ethical issues and maintain their own professional integrity.